He was fired from the biggest company in town and left with nothing but his pride and a secret dream. Herman Lay was born into a quiet life in 1909, but he was never meant to stay small. As a young boy, he ran a soda stand so successful that he already had employees and a taste for power. He dropped out of a full scholarship because he was more interested in the art of business than books. He started at Sunshine Biscuits, but his world was about to be wiped out by the greatest crash in history. 1929 wiped out the world, but Herman refused to let a cold corporate office break him. He moved to Nashville and began selling potato chips from the back of his Ford Model A to survive. He made it his trademark to deliver fresh chips directly to his customers from his car every single day. He used a new innovation of sealing chips in wax paper to keep them fresh and portable for the first time. He took a gamble and borrowed money to buy a dealership, renaming it the H.W. Lay Distribution Company. A few years later, he raised $40,000 to purchase the entire company from his former employer. One investor was devastated because his family life savings were poured into the company at a huge risk. He sold the first packets for only 10 cents, making sure every average American could afford his brand. In 1944, Lay's became the first snack food company to ever advertise on national television. They hired the actor who played the Cowardly Lion to serve as their very first celebrity spokesperson. The famous slogan, "Betcha, cannot eat just one," helped to establish Lay's as the premier brand in America. They were the first to offer crinkle-cut ruffled chips, which were far less likely to break in the bag. Lay's secured the rights to use a secret cooking technique developed by an Irish chip manufacturer. The new method allowed them to add seasoning during the cooking process and retain flavor at a mass scale. The first two hits were cheese and onion and salt and vinegar, which catapulted them to a new level. By the early 60s, one huge competitor stood in his way, and that was the massive Frito company. Frito had a similar story, but they were outselling Herman, and a massive collision was about to happen. Instead of a war, Herman orchestrated a deal that merged the two companies to create the giant Frito-Lay. In a testament to his genius, he kept himself in power as the chief executive of the new global company. Frito-Lay quickly released a range of new chips, including now iconic brands like Doritos and Funyuns. Herman wrote a merger proposal on a napkin for the CEO of Pepsi and created a massive food behemoth. The company expanded globally, and today they produce enough potatoes to reach the moon and back. His empire now generates $85 billion a year and dominates 80% of the market. He turned to philanthropy later in life, helping other young minds create their own successful stories. The man they discarded is now a legend. Join the winner's circle by following Unsaid Victorious for more.